Okay, so it looks like we got about 50 people on. This is awesome. I'm just going to move my computer back this way to see if I can find Shihan Monaco again, where he is. Shihan, I'm going to unmute you for 1 second. If I can do that, ask to unmute. I have to actually ask on yours. Can you yeah, Shihan. So if everybody except for Sensei Steve could, Sensei Steve, leave yours on, not on mute because we're going to jump to you. But Shihan, since we have a lot of people here, I'd love to just have you say a couple quick words. This is obviously most of you know Shihan Michael Monaco from IFK USA, president, but I'm going to let him say a few words before we get started. Shihan.
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank Shihan Shankar once again for holding these great online training sessions. It's really a way for us all to pull together and truly be like water. I'm hoping all your families are all safe. All the students are safe and sound during this time of challenge. I think it's a great opportunity for social media even more, as we all know, all around the world as we do these training sessions, to be able to be connected. I'm in contact with Hanchi and Shihan David pretty much weekly or bi-weekly. They're all doing fine and great. They're faced with the same challenges that we are, not be able to get together, but I can rest assure you the organization is going sound and strong. New dojos are coming on board. And for those IFK Americas, I'd love to see you all now in person. I'm so excited to see and you share your experience today in the training. But again, we hope that in the next few months that we'll be back together. We actually did our first outside training in a field, about 20 of us black belts and advanced students at one of our dojos outside for the first time. It was such a great experience to be able to be socially distancing, challenging, but in general to be able to train. So without further ado, I want to welcome everybody again, all the senseis, senpais that will be teaching this evening.
We can't see you.
Thank you, Monaco. So we're going to move right into training because I want to keep it as tight as we can. It is a pleasure, a distinct honor, and my good fortune to welcome Sensei Steve Fogarisi to get us going. So everybody, let's get ready. Sensei Steve, thank you for being here.
Guys, so we're gonna work on something very simple. Of course, the time is very short, right? So I was thinking to work something on something that's very, very relevant, not just for Kyokushin, but for martial arts in general. And mostly, we would like to keep in mind that karate or Kyokushin in general, it's not just kihon, kata, and knockdown fighting. It's mainly also for defend yourself, right? I mean, if you cannot defend yourself, your purpose of doing karate is kind of, secondary, right? You have to be able to defend yourself and to hold your ground against other martial arts as well, right? As you guys know, Kyokushin has been, always on the front lines, competing against Muay Thai and against everything. And I personally also do kickboxing. So what we're going to do today, we're going to do a little bit of elements of kihon that later, after the kihon part, we're going to do them as kumite, but not knockdown kumite, real relevant kumite with face punching. Os.
You on video?
Yes. We're going to start from Sanshindachi. Hidari Sanshindachi. Yoi. All right, very simple. We're going to do Jodanuke, Hidari, and Gyakusuki Joda. That's all. So Jodanuke, Gyakusuki. Okay, very simple. Basically 10Q, 9Q elements, right? Jodanuke, Gyakusuki. So let's have everybody right hand in front. And at one count, we're going to do Jodanuke, Gyakusuki. Ich. Eight. San. She. Ho. Yok. Jich. Match. Good. Jew. She. Noted. All right, so this is not new. Everybody knows this. We are not beginners here. But now we're going to do it from Kumite-dachi. Okay? So get your Kumite-dachi. So now imagine that you're doing face punching, being punched in the face. You can compete against kickboxing, Muay Thai, or defend yourself on the street. So how are you going to do Jodan Uke Jakuski? Obviously, you're not going to do this. You don't want your hand here. So you're going to go from fighting stand, Jodan Uke Jakuski. Jodan Jaku. Right? So this is very, very basic, but extremely efficient to defend yourself and to counterattack, right? So you have your, tuck your chin, raise your arm up, boom, a big punch in the face. Ready? Itch. As fast as you can, as hard as you can. Knee. Side. Chi. Go. Go. Chi. Ha. Ku. Ju. You know it. All right, so what are the main differences? The main difference is that you don't keep your hand down. You keep your hands up. Also, the main difference is that your chin goes down when you're fighting and when you're defending yourself. Even the simple fact that when you're being punched or kicked, you do this makes you strong, compact. So even if you get hit, you can possibly absorb it, as opposed to standing up. Right? When we do Kihon, we stand up, chin up. But in real self-defense or boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai, you would never keep your chin up like that. So let's make it relevant. Okay? So when you defend yourself, hands up, chin down, wah, wah. Okay? That was it for self-defense. Second option, let's do Sotoke, and we're going to do Kajiski. Okay, from Sanchindachi, we're going to do the Kihon version first. Hidari Sanchindachi. Oi. Ekamaite. Shei. All right, so we're going to do left hand Sotoke, right hand Jodan Kajiski. And again, left hand Sotoke, Jodan Kajiski. Remember, in Kyokushin, because of the knockdown fighting, we always practice Chudan Kajiski and Chudan Shitaski. But these two can be done Jodan too, right? I can do Jodan Kajiski and Jodan Shitaski. Nothing stops you to do that. Just because it's not in the requirements or in the syllabus, it doesn't mean you can do it. You can do anything you want. Right? So we're going to do Sotoke, Jodan. Okay. Sotoke, Jodan. Work on your dominant side. By the way, I forgot to mention, if you're lefty, work with your right leg in front. Boom, boom. If you're righty, right-handed, use your right hand for the punch. Right? So you're in Sanchindachi, Sotoke, Jodan, Kajiski. Sotoke, Jodan, Kajiski. Ready? Kajiski up. And itch. Stay. Done. She. Go. Go. Shake. Touch. Hit. Chill. See. Now we. All right. Now you know what's next. I always like to use patterns. I use the same pattern. So now we do it from fighting stance. All right? Here. But the difference is you cannot do this now. It's not going to be timed in real situation. So you have your hands up and a quick one. Just a quick Sotoke. Hop, hop. As fast as you can. Soto Kaje. I drop your chin, remember? You don't stay like this. Hop, hop. Chin down. Wah, wah, and back, okay? Boom, boom. Always cover. After you're done, you never stay there. Leave yourself open for punches, for kicks, for takedowns, for anything, right? So you want to do boom, boom, and back. Elbows back. Ready, let's go. Ich. I. Ta. Chi. Go. Go. Chi. Ha. Good. Good. Shake. Now, all right, so remember, same attitude. This, not this. Okay? Now your life depends on that movement. Right? Those who are watching stand-up fighting, kickboxing, Muay Thai, mixed martial arts, you never see people fighting like that, right? Chin down. Raising the shoulders, chin down, makes yourself solid and strong. Good. We did two. Let's do another one. We're gonna do Gedanbarai. This works against punches and against kicks too. Right? So we're gonna do it first in Sanchindachi. We're gonna do Gedanbarai, Jodan Shitaski. Okay? Gedanbarai, Jodan. Let's do it in a Kihon version, right? Don't forget to use the hips really nice, okay? Okay? Up. And now look how nice you can set up your Shita. Right? And back. Okay? All right. Shita up. Yaku, right hand. So Gedanbarai, Yaku, Jodan Shitaski. H. San. Shit. Oh. Look. Shit. Hit. Sure. Hey. Hey, okay. So now we did it in the Kihon version. Let's do it in the Kumite version. How are you going to do that? Well, you always have to keep in mind your safety, okay? Because how the fighting styles were invented, especially face punching, when it's face punching involved, this is number one priority. Nobody cares. I mean, yes, they do care about, if there's kickboxing, they care about the legs too. But number one priority is your face. Number two, your body. Number three, your legs. Right? So you want to go, right? So I'm here. How I'm going to do Gedanbarai? Not this for sure. I'm not going to lower my hand there. That would be too dangerous. I can be punched in the face, kicked in the face right away. So I have both hands up, and I'm going to do a very quick windshield wiper style movement. Hup, okay? Fast and up right away. Right? So that's Kihon 1, 2. Kumite for self-defense, for boxing, for kickboxing. Over there. Fast. Ready, let's go. Hey. Time. See. Go. Go. Shit. Ha. Good. Sure. And always cover, right? So you strike and cover. Remember, the strike does not end in the target. It's kind of interesting because in karate, traditionally we stop our strikes there. But paradoxically, that doesn't happen in kickboxing or Muay Thai or boxing. You don't see a boxer stopping their hands there, right? Because if he would do that, he would get destroyed, right? So when I teach kickboxing, because I teach both, right? The way I teach, the way I was taught is that your strike does not end in the target. Your strike ends where it started. Right? So you have to go with the same speed and same focus back and forth. Sometimes I see this, a lot of karate people tend to strike very hard and fast into the target, but then go slowly back. For example, I can show you. I see people who do kyokushin even, and they do, right? So they're not going back, 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 back. You have to, okay? Because that split second can make a huge difference. You can get knocked out right away. Right? So always cover, always cover. Number one priority. There and back, there and back, as fast as you can. And it helps if you use the karate knowledge, the hips, up, okay, and back, okay? It will help you. Good, let's do all three now. First we're doing Kihon and then Kumite. All right, so back to Sanchindachi. So what was the first one? Well, Jodan-uke, Yakusuki. Right? Soto-uke, Kajesuki. Gedanbarai, Shitasuki. All right, so each will be Jodan-uke, Yakusuki Jodan. Ni, Soto-uke, Yaku Kajesuki Jodan. San, Gedanbarai, Shitasuki. All right, so let's go in Shitasuki, let's start with Jodan-uke. I'm going to count them separate and then at one count, we'll see. So first I'm going to count each one, 1, 2, 3. H, T, start. H, T, set, edge, day, set. One more time, edge, day, set. All right, now try at one count. At one count, all three. And do it here at the last one, the shitaski. Ready, edge, shake, day, day, sun, shake, she, go, yoke, faster, shake, hatch, hit, jaw, shake. Now the horse. It can be a little bit challenging, but it's okay. All right, so now we're going to do the same way, kumite, fighting. Remember, this is 100% relevant if you train, cross-train for boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai. If you're thinking to train, to add to your training, if you're thinking to compete in kickboxing, like Kyokushin did in K1 and still does in K1, I mean in Kickboxing Glory and UFC, right? So it's quite relevant. Good. So now all three from fighting stance, right? So you're changing now your attitude, right? Yes, in Kihon we also have an attitude where we want to inflict damage, but I feel that sometimes it's a little bit lost because of the so much repetition and so much Kihon that we do. Sometimes students tend to relax. They tend to do like, you know, 1, 2, 1, 2. So they lack aggressiveness. They lack that aggressive spirit. So now when you fight, once you lack that aggressive spirit, your opponent will feel it and it will eat you alive. Okay? So you really have to put in that focus. As much as you focus on technique, focus on efficiency and aggressive spirit. Okay? Fighting spirit. All right, so in fighting stance, boom, boom, each, knee, boom, boom, san, boom, boom. All right? Let's go. Ready? Each, knee, san, each, knee, san. Yes. Each, knee, san, each, knee, san. All right, now at one count, all three. I want to feel that you are business. When you punch and block and you are fighting, it's serious stuff, right? When you punch, you don't punch for the sake of like, you know, I mean, when you defend yourself on the street or anywhere or competition, right? You have to mean it. Put your spirit behind. So all three at one count. Ready? Yes. B. Sa. She. Go. Ah, I made a mistake. Look. Shit. Hatch. Spirit. Kill. Last one strong. Joy. Slay out there. Of course. All right. How many minutes we have left, Shihan?
Sensei, about two minutes.
Oh, wow, I'm so good at measuring the time. All right. Look, let's do a recap of what we did. Not about the technique, because I've seen a lot of the participants are higher ranked. Everybody knows Joganuke. Everybody knows this. But the application the attitude behind it. Okay. I know that some of you did train maybe kickboxing, Muay Thai, or boxing with punching to the face, but I also know that some of you never did. Highly recommended to go try it. I'm not telling you to quit Kyokushin. Just go test yourself, okay? Go train a little bit face punching, and you see everything, it will change. Okay, the distance is different, the timing is different, and absorbing the shot, especially in the head, or not absorbing, is completely different. Okay, so sometimes we tend to analyze things from the point of view of body punches and geramashis, but the reality is quite different when you go and you do Muay Thai or kickboxing or boxing or mixed martial arts, right? So I really, really recommend you to test yourself and be relevant. So when you go to a kickboxing gym or Muay Thai gym for a sparring session with your friends or with whatever, or you want to compete, you will do better. And if you notice, if you just kind of look around, all the famous Kyokushin fighters who were world champions in knockdown karate, they also dipped their hands into the kickboxing and mixed martial arts world, because Sosai Oyama encouraged that. Okay? Even back in the days, back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, you know, it was about being relevant and efficient. It wasn't just about being, you know, okay, I can do this and that. Like I look kind of like the Shotokan, but I'm not Shotokan. I look kind of like Goju-ryu, but I'm not Goju-ryu. It looked being relevant. That's why they went to Thailand in the 60s. That's why they jumped into the K1. And we want to be relevant. And everything, it will be better. Your understanding of the Bujutsu, not just Budo. Lately, a lot of people are talking about Budo karate. Beautiful. I love that. Budo karate, it's a way of life, the way of the warrior. I love it. But originally it was Bujutsu. Okay? Right? The art of war. Okay? So if you cannot defend yourself, if you are a Shodan or Nidan or Sandan in Kyokushin and somebody will punch you in the face and you don't know what to do, that's a little bit of a problem. Okay? So you're gonna say, oh well, I'm gonna, because the problem is that more you train with Shita and everything and Gedan and everything, that's gonna be your reflex, your muscle memory. So when you're under pressure, that's what you're gonna do. You're not gonna punch in the face. Okay? So that's my message for today's class. Protect your head and attack the head. Like I tell my students, outside, even a 80-year-old lady, if she's gonna hit you, guess what she's gonna hit with her purse? In your face. She's not gonna throw you a geramashi or a shitasuki, right? She's gonna go right to your head, and you wanna duck your chin. Right? Duck your chin, and then don't hit the lady, but defend yourself. All right, guys.
Os.
Os.
Sensei Steve. Os.
Os. Thank you, guys. Os.
Honor to learn from you as always. And
honor is mine, Shihan.
Os. So I thought tonight, just because so many people know you, other people who don't, if there's anybody who has a question for Sensei Steve, if you want to just put it up real quick on the chat, I would entertain relaying the question that maybe you have. So if you have something, just type in and I'll get it and I'll relay that to Sensei Steve. And the reason why I want to do that is one of my questions was going to be for you, Sensei, was to talk a little bit about your kickboxing and versus karate background, but you did so much of that in your teaching. So I thought maybe, you know, opening it up to the panel. We've got about 60 people training. So send something in the meantime, Sensei, what I thought maybe to ask you, just because I'm always fascinated by Kyokushin and karate and martial arts and its reach globally. And I'm wondering, maybe if you have a training story or just something you want to share from the past, maybe Romania or somewhere else, somewhere in your past, just something in relation to training before you were in the United States.
Yeah, so for example, I was talking today about being relevant, right? Even from my early years, maybe some of you know, some of you don't know, I opened my dojo at age 18 as a blue belt, HQ. As I was 18 years old, blue belt, HQ. And this was immediately after the revolution in Romania. The communist dictatorship fell in 1989, 1990, they had a revolution, sorry, 89, and then in 1990 it was democracy, and we were allowed to open martial arts schools. So I opened a school right away, and we were flooded by students, right? Flooded by students. We were renting a gymnasium from the school, and we had like 70, 80 students in one class, like all mixed. But at occasionally, because the culture of martial arts schools and this idea of owning martial arts schools were inexistent, we had what you call in Japan dojo yaburi, dojo challengers, right? So we would have street dogs walk in, 2 or 3 or 4 of them, and kind of try to make fun. They weren't really, how should I say, I could tell that they are not there to fight, but they were pointing fingers, and they came in with the pretext of watching a class. And I always allowed that in the beginning, because after that we grew so big that we had to kind of close the doors, not to allow anyone to come in anymore. But we allowed, and at this point, one time we had 3 kind of my age, 19, 20 something year old dudes come in, and being noisy and loud, and started to raise problems. And we told them a couple of times, hey, you're gonna chill, if not you're gonna have to go out. So they did not want to go out. After the tell, hey, you gotta go out. And what I implemented with my more senior students, and we said, when I do this, you guys come all behind me, and we grab them and we throw them out, because we don't want to cause any trouble. And so I went there. I said, guys, you have to leave. They didn't. So I raised my hand. So I have like 3 or 4 guys come. But by the time they reached me, my students, these guys just ran away. So that's how it was at that time in Romania. The first probably 5-10 years. Because this culture of like martial arts businesses, dojos, did not exist. So people were very curious and insecure. So usually, bullies are insecure, right? That's why they bully you. They are not secure. They've been abused. They've been, also treated the same way. So that's the only the way they know they can react, right? So this was a funny story. But the way I tied this story to my teaching today is that you have to be relevant, right? We train for peace. We train for health, for martial way, but maybe sometimes you have to use it. So you have to be relevant. Your attitude can change the outcome of the situation, right? So I was sure, I was secure, I was confident. Of course, I had help, because I don't want to, it's not movies, guys. I don't want to fight 3 or 4 guys alone, and it worked out well. Never had any problems after that. The word around the town went that these guys, don't mess with them, right? And never ever had, for the next 15 years, nobody would step into a dojo, cause problems. This was a small town.
Excellent. Thank you, Sensei Steve. Everybody, we are so blessed with so many amazing teachers across the world, and Sensei, you are one of them. Thank you for being here with us.
Thank you very much, Janos.
Okay, we're gonna move on. I'm just gonna see if I can pull up my participants here, because I need to do that. What's going on with this, guys? How come I can't get the gallery? Oh, that's why. And we're gonna move to, if I can find you, Sensei Herman. I'm trying to find you here. Oh, there we are. Got you. Now I'll highlight you on my end. Os, can you hear me, Sensei?
Yes.
Great. So me and Sensei Herman have been communicating on the WhatsApp app, and he's an old dog like me is learning new tricks, so it's good. It's an honor. It's an honor to have you here, and let's get going. We'll have you teach us for 20 minutes, and then we'll talk a little bit.
Thank you. Mike, Shihan Sean, Sensei, Senpais. It's an honor for me to have a part of your courses, and my idea is show you how I work mawashi technique in my dojo. The first mawashi is kubi mawashi, is trying to fight, is this mawashi, and the idea is the opponent think that you want to connect Mageri. Then first you need to do a Hisageri and prepare a Chusoku. this. Goes. Is the first step. Then in fighting position 10 times and edge, knee, some, shift, go in front, roku. Now is hisamawashi, hisamae, shichi, hachi, ku, and shu. Okay. Second, raise the kakato and take your foot with your hands. The second part. First, in front. Second, like this. Just only this, 10 times. Fighting position and urge. Knee. Some. Shift. Go. Roku. Shichi. Hachi. Ku. And shu. Okay, relax. Last, complete the kubi mawashi in the 3 parts, 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, you can complete the circle or stay in front. For example, 1 or complete 2. Good. Fighting position, relax, complete. 1, edge, knee, some, shift, just go. Remember that the idea is that the opponent think that you want to connect a maigeri. It's really important, this step. Goes shichi, hachi, good, and complete the circle, sure. Perfect. Relax. Sorry, my English is really basic. Relax. Okay. The second Yodan Mawashi. The idea is we are going to work this style of Yodan Mawashi, but with a previous trick. For example, not attack direct with Yodan Mawashi. The first is in 2 parts, kick a soft Yodan Mawashi in the front leg of your opponent. Only this, 1 in the front leg of your opponent. Kick and back, kick and back. Good? 10 times, edge, knee, some, fast but soft, not fine to go with strong. This has a soft Yodan Mawashi. Go. Roku, shichi, hachi, ku, and shu. Okay. Now complete the mawashi the most faster than you can. Really faster, really fast. 1, 1, 2. Okay? Like snake attack. Urge. And balance. Not kick and, oh, you need to control and to be a good balance. Ba, ba. Thus, urge. Knee. Some. She. Go. Roku. Sichi. Hachi. Ko. Sure. Good. Perfect. Now ready. Good. Relax. Relax. Now, the last yoga mawashi, the idea is kick and get on mawashi and pass the medium line, not the front leg. Get on mawashi, pass the medium line. Out, 10 times, 8. Knee. Some. She. Go. Roku. Sichi. Hachi. Ku. And Shu. Great. The difference between the two techniques is the previous, look this foot, please. 1 and 2. The second, 1 and 2. It's like a Ushiro position. Us. Then 1 and 2. Us. Maybe the opponent hope Yokogeri or other technique, but you kick strong, bah! Then you need to perform a big circle, not a short circle, a big circle. Thus, for example, bah! And the foot in the Ushiro position. Thus, fighting position and urge. Knee. Some. Really fast. Fast and strong. She. Go. Roku. Sichi. Hachi. Ku. And Shu. Perfect. Relax. Now ready. And relax. The balance is really, really important because after a kick, for example, Kubi Mawashi, you and you need to continue fight. The other technique is the same. For example, you attack with a Yodan Mawashi, but maybe the fight continue. Then you kick and you need to be a good control and work with your hands. Thus, not only perform the geri and give your back. Thus, now one time the 3 techniques. First, 1 and 2, fight and position, 1 and 2, and the last one, 1 and 2. One time the 3 combinations, fighting position, and urge. Those knee. Sun. And she. Go. Roku. And Shichi. And Hachi. And Ku. And last one, and share. Hooray. Good, and relax. We have a short time. The idea is work with the right leg and the left leg, obviously. But the idea is show you something that we are working in the dojo. Shihan, Sensei, Senpai, both. Thank you very much.
All Sensei, all Sensei. Thank you. Woo! I love the flexibility. I love watching your flexibility. Beautiful kicking. Can you clarify? Can you make one thing on the third kick where you you're doing the Gedan Mawashi all the way through, and then pulling back, and you're throwing a hook kick or pulling back and
Mawashi? The first is you attack. The first you attack, for example, with the Haisoku, the second technique, Haisoku and kick. But the third, you want the kick with the sune. One, you pass, and the fighter is, I don't know, if you attack me with this Gerama Washigeri, then you keep with the power of your foot. It's a Ushirogeri position. It's really power, this technique.
Thank you. But before we move to Senpai Ugo, I just wanted to ask you a question. And first of all, thank you so much for being here. What an honor. We finally get to almost meet, Sensei. Almost. Soon enough. What I wanted maybe you to talk about, and I know that we have a lot of people right now from all over the world training. You have a big tournament coming up, a virtual kata tournament for the IFK, and I wanted maybe you to talk a little bit about that so we could help to promote that in the States and in your countries and anywhere, so that maybe we could talk a little bit about that so you can let everybody know how to sign up and all that kind of stuff. Are we frozen? I think we are. Sensei, do you?
The transmission is freeze.
Can you hear me, Sensei?
Yeah, the transmission is
not working great.
no.
Okay. Okay, we have you pretty clear. Can everybody else just give me a thumbs up if you can see me? I just want to see where we're at. Okay, okay. Well then, Sensei, I'll take it for you from here because sounds like we're having an issue on the transmission. Can you hear me, Sensei?
Yes, Senpai Hugo is right below. The EFK Uruguay tournament or America's tournament is your question?
Yes, the IFK Uruguay tournament.
Okay, the idea in Uruguay, we have an annual tournament with Kyokushin Kumite and Kata, always. And Kumite Clicker for the kids. But this year, for the coronavirus, it's not easy. We don't know if the authorities in the future, it's not possible. It's not possible. Then we choose to make a virtual kata tournament, only kata, and only for EFK. Why? Because the EFK katas are really particular, and each details, it's important to shoot to the give a good point, or it's not possible to invite other organizations because kata are different, and it's not easy for the referee and the referee in general. But it's we are happy with the tournament. We hope over to almost 80 participants in all categories.
Excellent.
It'll be a good tournament.
So again, everybody out there that is in IFK dojo, the tournament is open to IFK dojos. Then,
Yes.
Okay, great.
In Uruguay, we have actually 6 dojos. 2 in Montevideo, 2 in Soriano City, 1 in Salto. The instructor of EFK Salto is here in this session, and 1 dojo in Canelones City. Then it's a national tournament for us.
So everybody sign up is the point. We keep supporting each other. We're going to move on to Senpai Hugo, but before we do that, Sensei Herman, an honor to meet you on the computer, and I look forward to getting to see you very soon when all this other craziness ends.
Yeah, thank you very much, Shihan, Mike, Os, Sensei, and Senpais, and thank you very much, all of you.
Okay, we're going to move to over to I'm just going to do this over to Senpai Hugo. Senpai, just give me 1 second. I just want to spotlight your video for me real quick. And Senpai, can you see me? Are your mic coming through okay?
Yeah, I hear you very well.
Another great honor. I've been talking to so many people over the years via email and now with Zoom and everything, and finally getting to see and meet everybody this way. It's an honor. So Senpai, it's your time. We look forward to training with you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Shihan. Thank you, Shihan, Mike, and all. It's an honor for me. So let's move on. I think there's no need to warm up because we have been really good exercises with both senseis, Steve and Herman. I want to bring you 3 aspects of my fighting method, and I think that maybe all can share or take advantage of it, right? So the first thing is the breathing. I want to talk to you about the breathing for a simple reason. Everything in karate is about breathing. Even Sosai and Hanshi and every master can tell you that breathing is the most important thing in karate as a base, right? So the first thing I want you to do is you put your hand in your belly, right? And under, right? And the other one in your chest. So the real exercise is when you breathe in, you cannot move your chest or your shoulders up. You have to put your belly out, right? So the first thing is when you breathe in, you take it out. And when you breathe out, you take it in, right? That's familiar, right? But the in, when you breathe in, the only thing that has to move is this muscle, the abdomen, the lower muscle, out, in, out, in, out, in. The chest doesn't move. Why is that? Because here's our energy, and we had to. The only way to feel our lungs, the 100%, is to do that, and you will feel at the end that you will feel even more than doing this. When you pull your chest, some of your air is coming up, and when it's coming up, it's compressing all your upper organs and all and the chest and all these muscles. And the really exercise is to push. When you push in Sanchin, when you push in Tension, when you push in other exercises, and in Sanchin Dachi, that is like an accordion. You know, it's all physics. When you get your air in, you pull it back, you open, and when you get your air compressed, that's the energy. So everything you do in karate, kata, even fighting stances or whatever, you have to do with that. Let's do a simple exercise. Let's do Sanchin, right? Let's do Sanchin, and we go backwards and we go again here, right? So every time you breathe in, don't move your chest, just your belly. You have to push it out, feel, and you have then to push it in everything you do in Sanchin, right? Let's go then. Big Sanchin Dachi, os, Sanchin, Kamai, X, X. Think about the breath. Knee. X. 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 Just breathe in. Come on. X. X. Ore. Reos. If you did all the exercise only, the belly going out and in, you will feel even more tired than you were before, right? That's something you have to do in your daily basis. And when you wake up, when you have dinner, after you eat, every time when you're stressed, when you're fatigued, when you have physical fatigue, always have to breathe like that, because you have to tell your body to lower everything, lower emotions from here, lower your digestion, everything. If we breathe like this, we're telling the body to do the contrary, is to feel compressed all the time, and that's why you feel pain here when you're stressed. You have to breathe open and inside, open and inside. And that's a very Asian technique from Asia, and so you can really practice on it on a daily basis. And when you're used to it, you will feel like you can use it in your karate. That muscle is used to it. You can use it in kata. Whenever you have a passive moment and an active moment, you have to do both, and you will feel the difference so bad. So the next technique is that I want to tell you from my experience is the hip movement, right? Whenever you do everything in Kihon, or as Sensei Steve said about in a real combat situation, everything comes from your hip, from your ara, from your ki, everything. So if you breathe correctly and you move your energy correctly from where it emerged, you will have a result that will go very, very good, right? So the first thing to do is Sanchin, right? So do it, Sanchin Dachi, right? Even the Kamaite here, you have to do the breathing of the cat. Inhale and exhale. Kamaite, right? That's a very strong position. As you see in Okinawa karate, they don't do it like this. they do it very hard. They have to be completely firm to every movement, every here in Tensho and in Sanchin. All the great masters do it by hitting there. So the Sanchin position is very important. So Shunensuke, right? In Shunensuke, we're gonna move the hip first, and the proof is that your belt has to move very sudden. It's like this. You have to really exaggerate the movements. So as you see in baseball movements, what goes first? What is the hip? The hip makes all the strength. When you do like tennis, when you do football, even football, when you or soccer, when you punch, when you kick the ball, the first thing that goes forward is the hip. So the hip is the most important thing, like making techniques, right? So Sanchin Dachi, Shunensuke, when you do, first move your hip, and then your arm, right? Let's do it with Kai. Kirate, ne, some, chi, go, look, rock, eight, up, yep, eight, rock, up, yeah. Okay, the same goes with two techniques of defense and attack. If you do Girambarai, Oisuki, right? Shunensuke, you have to do it. The Girambarai has to give you the strength of your hip, and then when you hit, you have to like concrete there. And then with your punch, the same. It goes the other way. So focus on the hip and on the breath. On the breath, when you hit, when you breathe like this, and when you hit, there's the energy pressing the button. All right, so let's go here and here. All right, let's do it. Karate, X, name, thumb, hit, go, look, hey, up, yeah, hey, up, hey, up, hey, up, yeah. And now that I can tell you guys that you're more tired than if you do it traditionally, right? Just traditionally, and if you concentrate on the breathing, the strength is really good. So we have to concentrate in technique. We have to concentrate on our strength in our body, of course, and our mind that tells us and inspires and tells us really what to do by imagining, by sensing. Karate is sensing. It's like music. You have to sense things physically and connect it first with your brain and then with your body that has to be trained to be automatic. That's why you have to continue to train wasa. As Japanese says, that it's technique. Do it a lot. But if you don't strengthen your body and if you don't like train your mind in all daily basis and all the things that being like water, right? Like being present all the time, you will not succeed in make all street together. The last technique I want to show you is the ikite. You already know that ikite is when you pull back your other arm, right? But also, as Sensei Steve said, that it's so accurate, man. When you punch, everything you do, you have to do it the same speed backwards, and that's ikite. So you have to think ikite in all karate, in all kumite, in everything. Everything is ikite, because ikite is not just coming back with one hand. Ikite is going back fast, going up fast, and then again coming back fast to hit fast. So ikite is everything, and ikite is made to transmit energy. It's physics, everything in how you can say in hammers, in guns, everything that pulls something towards energy, it comes back again, so it can follow through. So look at this punches. If you just do this and then go here, it's not really strength in the punch, and your balance will go off. So you have to go with the same strength, break, of course, and come back. So you can feel light, you can feel weightless, but the meaning of it is to your energy, you have to go through. So if you do it really hard and you come back really hard, your energy will go as a hammer. When you hammer, you will not let down there. You have to grip it, grab it, and the grip really hard, and you have to like take it back a bit, so the energy can flow there. So the same is the punch. you can feel it in the Chitasuki if you try. The Chitasuki, if you breathe it hard and bring it back, it's like a cannon, right? This is Ikite. So let's try this 10 times, right? The front one, you have to take it back, break, and go back. As fast as you can, as strong as you can. Right? You wouldn't hit that hard if you wouldn't get it back as hard. You will go, right? And the energy will lose. So the same thing happens with the legs. You have to hit with your hip with all your energy and bring it back. And the most you can see it is in your Gedan Mawashigeri. In your Gedan Mawashigeri, this is something I saw from Sensei Jonathan Pineo in one of his fighting camps in Brazil, that he taught us when we're close, very close to an opponent, you can hit the Gedan Mawashigeri with your Haisoku up. Why is that? To contract all these muscles. Of course, you're gonna hit with your Sune. So if you're very close to the opponent, very close, and you hit with your Haisoku up, right? You have all this compressed, and you can hit with the Sune. And when you hit, you have to come back as fast as you went out, and you can went out in front. There's no need, if you're fighting, that's the best technique of the lower kick is when you're fighting with punch, it has to go automatic, like with a punch. You don't have to do this when you're in a big fight and you're trying to focus the guy here, boom, here, boom. He won't see the leg. So you can go in front. If you do that with a lot of strength, with your Haisoku up, and you kick and go back as fast as you can, you will hit harder, even harder than if you just kick your leg very, very strongly with a normal Gedan Mawashigeri. So I want you to try that. Very close to the opponent, you're fighting, and you're gonna do 1, 2, boom. In the number 2, Oisuki, Yakusuki, it goes almost at the same time. So it's bam, 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 bam. And when you hit with your Haisoku up, you have to pull it back very fast. You break. There's no need to open. You just open in front. You start fighting in front. Okay, let's go. Your positions and say 1 is 1, 2, boom, and you're back again, right? Ikite from the first, hit with the 3, and breathe in. Okay, let's go. Hey, shoot, roll, shoot, roll, shoot, change your guard. Okay, you're more tired because you're producing even more energy than in regular, because you're doing ikite with each one. So you're breaking, you're transmitting a lot of energy with your hips, with your breath, and with your ikite, right? Let's do it again. The other side. 1, 2, 3. Remember, Haisoku up, so you can contract your muscles. Clang, 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 clang. Okay, let's do it. We go. Yeah, let's breathe without your chest. Ich, ni, chi, ro, e, ah. You have to really experience that. I take my experience is going to be the best. One of the best thing you can acknowledge. But karate is also acknowledge your body. To acknowledge your body, to be aware of what technique use, what physically you can sense about what sensei is telling, or senpai is telling, is about, well, that analogy makes me like realize physically how this works and how that feels. And what's the result? You do it that way. That's why you have to allow yourself to experience, to feel techniques as if you were your own, and of course inspired as well going to be the most effective. So if you, every time you're in combat, you do everything izikite, you do everything real fast, real strong, with the right technique and the real breath, and you can be like water. I always say that because water is so great, man. It goes fast, it goes strong, and it goes where it belongs. It goes where it belongs. It's like a bamboo. So, Sensei, how long do we have?
Senpai, probably like 2-3 minutes, and then we have to wrap up.
Perfect. Right, that's all I need. Thank you. Okay. So, feeling all this, we have to believe ourselves that we're like bamboos. The bamboos is the strongest tree in nature thing, because if you put it like an oak and you put it through a hurricane or whatever, it will break. It's so strong. And bamboos, and this is really serious. Bamboo is really strong and flexible, and it goes back, but it assimilates what happens and goes back and stays where we should be, like strong, right? If adversity comes, you won't fight it at the same. You will read it, you will sense it, and then go back, right? So this is the same. Fighting, if we combine all these strength techniques, respiration techniques, energy techniques, ikita techniques, and we feel as strong and flexible as bamboos, we'll have a really good time fighting, like dancing, that you don't think about it, just make your habit, and it flows, you take the lead, and you feel conversation, right? So here we go, fighting. We're gonna do the last exercise. Is in 1 or 2 meters, you go forward with all these techniques, right? You do punches. You can do oisuki, yakusuki, chitasuki, kakisuki, hisa. You can do Hiramarai, Kukimawashi, as Sensei Herman said. You can do everything you want. Kakageri, Uramawashi, whatever you want. And then when you go back, you have to assimilate. Always as you have a meter between your fighter. Not run away. Just assimilate, and you have to block. Block your head is the most important. Your head, your legs in front, and then it goes back. You have to do it continuously, right? In front, 2 meters, back, blocking. In front, back, blocking. Like dancing. Feel the passivity and the activity of the fighting, right? They're both energies. So we have to go back as much as we can and work in that base, right? Us, kumite us, and are you back? Huh? Combine your techniques, block back, block, very move, fast, block, back. Block fast, as we're dancing. Back, blocking, go. Back, block. Very good. Blocking, passivity. Passivity is strong too. Activity, come on. Passivity. Block. Activity. Block. Just block back. That's it. Front. Frontier everything. Ikite, your hips, your breath. And feel flexible and strong at the same time. Relax, very relaxed. Come on, but strong. Isa! Os, can't breathe. Hey, Os, Jihan, Os, thank you.
Senpai, Ugo. Os.
Os.
Well, I'm not sure if you can see the gallery, but I get to see I'm keep checking in and watching everybody sweat, train, move, and people are smiling and sweating together. This is a beautiful thing. I love watching your motion. And I was just saying to my younger students here, as all the teachers have been. Sensei Steve, Sensei Arman, and you, the greatest teachers, I think, are the ones that can show us what we're doing physically, but can use their verbal cues as well to help us integrate mind, body together. You're a pro. It was wonderful to see that, Senpai. Well, so question for you. I wanted to ask you how you discovered Kyokushin Karate.
Oh, that's a very good question. I was a teenager, as most of kids, you know. I did boxing, some judo, but I didn't know Kyokushin. Kyokushin Karate in Venezuela isn't very known. We're doing this job for as long as 10 years now, because the guy who brought that here brought it here like 30 or 40 years ago, like didn't do the job right. He didn't expand the Kyokushin as it deserves. So some senseis, they break, they divide the organization at that time, and we're doing that job then. And I went to Kyokushin, and when I was 18 years old, almost like 13 years ago, and I never did karate, and people said, one friend to me says, "Oh, this is the strongest thing you've ever done," and whatever. And I said, "No, man, karate is not strong at all." And when I went there just one time, I said, "Man, this is my dream come true. You have all the values, all the respect, all the belts, the bushido, the bujutsu, of course, also everything that you can imagine, the real fighting." And I was in love, man, really. Love at first sight.
I would love to tell you, Senpai, that we've never heard anything like that before. That's a shock to us all. I can't believe it. So it's universal. That's what we're discovering in our trainings, is that what you just summed up, whether we're in the United States, Canada, Venezuela, Uruguay, anywhere in the world, we're discovering that we all feel that connection. It's beautiful. It's great to learn from you. Thank you. An honor to have you. Everybody, we're going to keep moving along and keep it going. Senpai, wonderful class. Thank you so much. This has just been a treat tonight. I can see Shihan Monaco smiling, and his smile is speaking volumes. So thank you. I'm going to go back to the gallery here. Just give me a second, and I'll pull up my good friend Sensei Matt. Just give me 1 second. I'm going to highlight Sensei Matt. Okay, Sensei. So I'm going to mute myself here in a second. Just want to introduce a really dear friend of mine. I've known Sensei Matt a really long time. Sensei Matt is comes from the Kanrakai lineage, just a salt of the earth practitioner, just like everybody else here. Sensei Matt, we're going to give you the floor, and excited to learn from you. Thank you.
All right, guys, grab a chair. All right, folding chair, whatever. You guys are going to get a kick out of this, okay? How we doing? Everybody got a chair?
They're in process.
All right. Well, this is going to help your students. A lot of you guys are teaching remotely with Zoom, whatever. So this is something that maybe we wouldn't do in the dojo, but maybe definitely you could do at home to help your students. Okay. This is to work on their kicks. All right. So I came up with this, kicking over a chair. We can work through all the kicks. All right. So first thing you want to do, face the chair, get as close as you can. Mai zagari, knee kick. Now knee kick, when you teach it in class, you want to keep your feet back, all right? Keep your toes down. So this is why you get close to the chair. Help your students kick as high as you can over the chair. All right? Helps them keep their feet back. Ready? Everybody together, ready? Ich, ni, san, shi, sha, te, cha, ich, ni, san, shi, go, rut, ich, hat, hu, cher. H, E, San, Shi, Go, Rut, H, Hat, Hu, Chu. Very good. All right. This translates right into front kick, okay? Maigiri. Same thing with a good kick. You got to get the knee up, kick, back, and then down, okay? That's, again, getting close to the chair. So the chair is going to let you know. You see a lot of your students, they kick, and then they drop their foot, right? It's a bad technique, right? Or they come up. You want to chamber that kick first, kick, back, and then down. So this is where the chair helps you with that. Helps you get that chamber good. So again, you want to get as close as you dare. Ready? It's only 1, 2, 3, 4. Ishakte. Ni. San. Shi. Go. Ruk. 8. 8. Ku. Chou. 8. Ni. San. Shi. Go. Ruk. 8. 8. Ku. Chou. Hopefully nobody's breaking their chairs, all right? All right, maybe turn the chair around, face you. I know you guys are all super flexible, so a lot of axe kicks. When we do basic training, you want to get big motion, okay? Big circular motion. So the chair, again, helps you with that. I know when you fight, you want to come up and then straight down, all right? But for basics, when you're teaching your students, you want big motion, big motion. So a lot of uchimu wash. Again, get as close as you're comfortable to the chair. So uchimu wash, back leg, big circle and over. So big circle and over the chair. Other leg and over the chair. Let's see how I do. Yisha. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 8, 9, 10. 8, guys are looking good. I like those nice high kicks. Very good. So that was uchimu wash. We do the same thing. Sotomo wash, right? Outside, in, outside, in. This is where we challenge ourselves. See how close we can get to the chair. See how high we can kick. Isha, hands up. Isha, Isha, 8, 9, 10. Go. Ruk. 8. Good. 8. 2. 10 more. 8. 2. 3. 4. Go. Ruk. 8. 2. Looks like you guys need higher chairs. All right, you guys got to get bar stools with the high backs. All right, very good, very good. All right, going on to side kick. All right. Now a lot of times you don't pick our knee up, keep it in. Okay, knee up, kick, back, chamber it, and then down. Again, a lot of our students kick and then they drop it. This is where the chair is going to help the students. All right. Help them bring the leg back, help them get that knee up high. If you're super flexible, kick on this side. Challenge yourself, all right? Kick over the back of the chair. Pick a leg, right, left, doesn't matter. Again, get close to that chair. Isha, slowly. 1, 2, 3. Nice and high. Hopefully nobody's breaking their chairs. Isha, 3, Isha, 8, 3, 4, go, run, 8, go, and you. It's very nice, guys, very nice. All right, switch your chair. Switch it back to the other side. Again, get close as you can. Pick that knee up high, over and then back. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Isha. So you can do this kick fast with your students. Make them kick, or you can make them hold it. Bring that leg out, hold it over the chair, bring it back, and then down. Wuss. Isha. We only got a little bit of time, so we're gonna kick hard. Wuss. Isha. Isha. I. San. Shi. Go. Run. 8. Hat. Go. Joe. Isha. Looking good, looking good. Wuss. All right, Wuss. Everybody's favorite kick. Roundhouse kick. Wuss. Again, maybe you want the chair, the high back towards you. You're super flexible. That's better. Wuss. So, again, a lot of times when I see students kick, I'm not happy with. The roundhouse looks more up. Okay? So, good roundhouse goes around, all right? Like one of the other senseis was talking about, how the kick goes around. So, and the other thing I see a lot, basically in practice, in Yoidachi, we do roundhouse kick. We kick to the center, okay? So in real life, in practice, we don't want to kick to the center or just past the center, okay? Because then that roundhouse kick is just a slap in the face. So if you want to slap your opponent in the face with your foot, no, because they're just going to make them mad. So you want to kick through, all right? Whether it's ribs, legs, head, So when we practice with the chair, again, we're going to get our leg up and over, okay? Again, get as close as you're comfortable, all right? So when you kick through, okay? So don't worry about kicking and coming back again. Like I said, you want to kick through, so kick all the way over the chair, all the way over the back, all the way over the back. And when you kick, use the back of the chair as a reference. Am I kicking up? Or am I kicking over and then through? Isha. So let's do both legs. Again, get as close as you can. Isha. Isha. 1, 2, 3, 4, go. Rip. 8. Hat. Go. 2. 8. Knee. Kick through that chair. San. Remember flat. Shi. Very nice. Go. Rip. 8. Hat. Go. 2. All right, good guys, very good. Hopefully you guys sweat a little bit. All right, we're gonna move on to the last one, back kick. So again, back kick over the chair. You can face it either way. But again, you wanna get close to the chair, okay? This is gonna help you bring your knee up. You wanna bring your knee up before you kick. Knee up, kick, back, and then down, So try not to kick the chair. Try not to hit the legs of the chair, But again, challenge yourself. How close can I get? How high can I kick over the back of the chair? Isha. Slowly. 1, 2, 3,
Lots of chair hits.
4. Isha. Hopefully your chair doesn't have arms like mine. Isha. Isha. 1, 2, 3, go. Rip. Looking good. 8. Hatch. Get that knee up. Coop. Very good. 2. 10 more. 8. 3. 4. Go. Right. 8. Yummy. Shake those legs out. All right, so anyways, just something you can share with your students. You know, take it, make it your own. So this was fast kicks. So if you see somebody's having trouble, let's say with side kick, this is where you grab the chair. In your house, you can do this in a small space. You can use your chair for balance, right? So you can go slow, pick the knee up, use that chair for balance. Out, right? Back in, and then down. Not so intimidating when you have the chair there. Without the chair, work your way up from holding it to just touching it to not touching it at all. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that.
Sensei Matt. One of my favorite things to do in life in general is to train, well, Kyokushin for sure, right? And on all of our Kyokushin offshoots, but to touch lots of different art forms. I've had the very great fortune of training with lots of different teachers and lots of different systems and styles over my life. And just keeping our doorway open, continually open. We all have our arts that speak to our hearts. And Sensei Matt, it's just a treat to get to train and see you and share with you. I appreciate what you do and being such a dear friend to me. You and Suzanne. Thank you. One of the questions I want to ask you, Sensei Matt, is you as a lot of other teachers and people that are on right now have had the great fortune of training with lots of different Kyokushin teachers over the years. And I know that in your background, you had a great deal of time spent with who is now Psycho Shihan Fujiwara. And then obviously a great long time training under Hanshi Manny Matthias. So I thought for those of us who know who those two icons are, my left leg on my Shodan test remembers at the time Sensei Fujiwara very well. My left leg still has nightmares from his Gate Amawashi. But but I wanted to ask you just, maybe what some of the differences are in those two teachers in your experience, some of the things you've learned from them. If it's similar, then it's similar, but maybe a little anecdote from either or both of those teachers that have been so prevalent in your path.
Like you said, I had the great honor of training under, at the time, Shihan Fujiwara. And he was the guy in my time that he would push you beyond your limits, which is what Kanrakai actually is all about. But he was a motivator, and this guy, he'd make you sweat, he'd take you to the point where you were gonna keel over, and then he would keep pushing you, all right? We trained in an old town hall with hardwood floors, and we sweat. There was no air conditioning. We would open the windows, and that was it. The summers were brutal, the winters were cold. That Shihan Fujiwara, he just pushed you so hard. I loved it. I still miss it to this day. I try and bring it into my teaching when I do. Push, all right? When I left Fujiwara and started training under Hanshi Manny Matthias, he's a great instructor. So in a different way, Hanshi taught a lot. He brought a lot of knowledge. He wasn't afraid of any questions. He would explain things, but he would also make you work hard, just like Fujiwara did. And I like to think that I bring that into my teaching as well, that I explain things just enough, but also make you sweat, make you train hard, and push you. But I want to be able to be approachable and be able to tell you anything about what we're doing, whether it's kata, technique, fighting. He had no problems breaking it down and explaining it to everybody. So again, I try to bring that to my teaching as well.
Phenomenal review of two incredible teachers, and another one staring right at me in the screen. Sensei Matt, you are a treasure, man. My heart is with you. Thank you. Everybody, this has been a phenomenal night, really enjoying training, and we still have a lot of people on, so they want more. That's great. So let me just pull up the gallery view here real quick. Thank you, Sensei. And we will move to Sensei Jonathan. I just need to find you on my gallery view here, Sensei. Just give me a second. Reggie, can you help me? Because my eyes are, I don't have my glasses and I can't find Sensei Jonathan at the moment. Go back to the left.
Yeah.
I saw him before, but I don't.
Okay.
There he is. Sorry, Sensei. Okay. You can, Sensei Jonathan, can you unmute for me? Yes. Let's see. Can I unmute him on this? There you are, Sensei. Os. It is a great pleasure and honor to have my good friend, Sensei Jonathan from Canada here. Like everybody that's been on, so many of these teachers, I hope you realize, have been, since this COVID situation started, have been out tirelessly, day and night, every one of these teachers teaching classes online, sharing their knowledge for us to be out here training. So please continue to support everybody and take advantage of all the great stuff that's going on with all these great teachers. But Sensei, with no further ado, I can't wait to train under you. Os.
Thank you very much. I would like to thank everyone and thank you for the honor, Xian, for the opportunity to teach to this class tonight. Okay, then we're gonna do some basic tonight. Then everyone's make some fighting training and some stance and some move and fighting stuff. Then I will do some basic, and we're gonna do it. Usually we do it on the right side all the time, and we're gonna do both sides. Then the left and the right one. Let's start with the thank you syllabus. Okay, basically with the original side, the right side, and just a thing. Usually when I teach, I used to teach in mirror mode. Then usually my left side is your right and vice versa. Okay, but tonight we're gonna do, okay, as usual, do with your right one, and I'm gonna do with mine. And the thing is that we do it usually with the thank you syllabus with the first move. We're gonna do it one time, okay, just to make a refresh. And after we're gonna do it from the bottom, then the opposite, reversed, from the kicks to the punches, okay? And that way, it makes some new circuits in the brain. And I think that is very relevant to make some, reflex, and it's very good to find something else with the same basic, and it's gonna use it also with the, with the fighters. Because with the fighters, you have to think quick, you have to move quick, some reflex, you have to attack, to block, and everything. And I think some basic like this is good for the strength, for the brain, coordination, and to develop the reflex, and not to be on the same at the same form, that you can play with the form and to adjust with yourself. Yeah. Let's start, just to make a refresh. Migi Sanchandashi Yoi. Okay, let's do it. Ich, Ni, San, Shi, Go, Re, Sich, Ach, Q, Ju, Ich, Yeah. Okay. And I do it in reverse. Now, I'm going to do it from the bottom with the kicks and to the top. Okay? Then now, Sanchandashi, Ich, Ingiri, Ni, Izagiri, San, there, Magan and Barai, Ich, Jodanuki, Ni, bottom, Ich, Jodansuki, Ich, Jodan, Ich, Morate, Ni, middle, and H to the top. Okay? Now we're gonna do it forward and back. And Zenku Tsudashi. We're gonna do it, okay, also the other side. Now with Idari. Us. Idari Sanchandashi Yoi. H. Yeah. Yeah. The other side. Now, we're gonna start with a kick. Each, Ni. San. Shi. Go. Rick. Sich. Ach. You. You. Each. Yeah.
Shit.
Okay. Us.
Us.
Okay, now we're gonna continue. And we're gonna do forward and back. Okay. For the kicks, we're gonna do it in kumite dashi. Okay. To take the efficiency about the footsteps. Okay, I don't want to do it in Zenkutsu dashi. Basically, I work the Q syllabus also and Zenkutsu dashi, Kukutsu dashi, Senchen dashi, and Kiba dashi. Now we're gonna start with the Zenkutsu dashi. First, okay. Now, kumite dashi, Zenkutsu dashi. Your left, karate, yeah. Okay, gonna start with the kingiri. 3 step forward, each knee, one. Now, step back first and kick and put it back. Each knee, one. Now, izagiri, each knee, son. Now, step back, put it back, and there. Each knee, son. Very good. Now, you can do it. Magen barai zenkutsu dashi. Karate. Yeah.
Hit.
Okay. Now, magen and barai. Each knee, son. Back. Each knee, son. Yodanuki. Each knee, son. Back. Each knee, son. Then now Geden Suki. Each knee, son. Back. Each knee, son. Now Judan. Each knee, son. Back. Each knee, son. Now Jordan. Each knee, son. Back. Each knee, son. Geden Moratitsuki. Each knee, son. Back. Each knee, son. Judan. Each knee, son. Back. Each knee, son. Jordan Moratitsuki. Each knee, son. Back. Each knee, son. Okay, now if you stance, we're gonna do it in Mogure. But the two first move at a time. We're gonna do it forward and back, 3 step forward and 3 step back. It means we're gonna do fighting stance kengiri and right after izagiri. And we're gonna be in zenkutsu dashi magen barai. Yes?
Us.
Then now kumite dashi. Okay, let's do it. Mogure, 2 first move. Kick and izagiri. Jme. Us. 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 Kamite. Yeah.
Shit.
Now, magen barai jodanuki. Jme. Us. 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 Yeah. Now, Geden Suki, Chodan Suki. Jme. Us. 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 Yeah. Jordan Tsuki, Geden Morati Tsuki. Hey! Us! 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 Yeah! Us! 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 Yeah! Judan Morati Tsuki and Jodan Morati Tsuki. Jme! Us! 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 Yeah! Us! 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 Yeah! Unité d'achi. Enré. Us.
Us.
This is very good to come out from the usual. Basically, for so many practitioners, karateka, and practice for so many years, all the same stuff is very good. Also for the student to teach and make them learn other way to play with the basic. Then you can do it in fighting, you can do it with some other stances, like I said, Zankutsudeshi, Kukutsudeshi, Senchindeshi, Kibadeshi, Nikwashideshi, Tsurashideshi, and that way you can improve your all your basic, all your punches, all your stance, the posture, the strength, and that way you use the brain, not only the body. For sure, eventually it's very good to feel what you're doing right now, okay? And that then you can, you know, increase and improve yourself in that way. But first you have to learn how to move, so you have a good posture, to move your hips, your foot, shoulders, your also the not the legs, but the legs, then everything to move and to improve the power and the efficiency of your attack or defensive. First, now we're gonna do it with the 9Q syllabus. Then it's gonna make the challenge, the Gaiku, then the Gaiku Tsuki, the move and also the block. And let's do it. First. And also, it's very good to put it on the kime, the power, ikite when you pull back, and the kime. And also, when you fight, the same thing, okay? As Sensei Steve said, as Senpai Go, and everyone, that the kime, the explosion, the ki, the energy, okay? From the ara, the chi for the Chinese, ara, the ki, the energy, but the kime, explosion, okay? And also the ikite, when you pull back. All together, you make something very strong, powerful, and very efficient, okay? Okay, then let's do it. 9Q syllabus. We're gonna start with the Senshin Dashi, refresh, just before. Migi Senshin Dashi, your. Yeah.
Yeah.
Each. E. San. Si. Go. Rip. Sink. Touch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now from the bottom, gonna start from the opposite. Okay. There. Each. E. San. Si. Go. Rip. Sink. Touch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And we're gonna do it also with Idarimai. Then the left side. Idari Senshin Dashi, your. Right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now each. E. San. Si. Go. Break. Sink. Touch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just remember, when they say Hidari Hashimai, then cross the left arm under. And when you turn, it's going to be forward and pass by and just open your arms. One is the Migi. Igi, under, cross over, and open your arms to do your Morete Chudan Nushi. Okay. Okay, now, wait. You're gonna do it in fighting stance. And to change a little bit, we're gonna do it in Kukutsudashi, the next stance. Okay? Kurudashi. Kumitedashi, Kukutsudashi. Yoi. I did. Yeah. Okay, now it's Chudan Maigiri. Each. Knee. Sun. Step back. Each. Knee. Sun. Now. Kukutsudashi. Yoi. Okay. Now let's do it with Sotoki. Each. Knee. Sun. Back. Each. Knee. Sun. Yushoki. Each. Knee. Sun. Back. Each. Knee. Sun. Gedansuki. Each. Knee. Sun. Back. Each. Knee. Sun. Chodansuki. Each. Knee. Sun. Back. Each. Knee. Sun. Now, I made a mistake. It should be Yaikutsuki. Then just switch. We're going to start with the bottom. The Gedan Yaikutsuki. Each. Knee. Sun. Back. Each. Knee. Sun. Now, Chodan Yaikutsuki. Each. Knee. Sun. Back. Each. Knee. Sun. Now, Jodan Yaikutsuki. Each. Knee. Sun. Back. Each. Knee. Sun. Saigenagushi. Each. Knee. Sun. Back. Each. Knee. Sun. Now, Kumitedashi. We're going to do the same pace. In Mogure, we're going to do it, okay, with two moves, one after another, back, front and back, okay? You're going to start with the Kumitedashi with Chudan Maigiri, and as soon as you finish, put in Kokotsudashi and Sotoki. Us. On. Kumitedashi and Mogure. Shmei. Us. Yeah. Yeah. Each. Yeah. Yeah. Now, Shodan and Jodan, each. Yeah. Yeah. Now, just one. Sakenagushi. We're going to do it twice. Yeah. Yeah. Kumitedashi. Now wait. Now you can see with your students, you can do so many ways to work the basic, also the Kian and everything. You can do it in Senshin Dashi, stiff. You don't move, you're there. You can do forward and back. You can do it and Kibadashi. You can do it with Suni stance. It depends what you want to work on it. For the stance, strain on your legs. For the low back, for the shoulder, for the endurance, the stamina, you can do it very powerful. You can do it more more slow, but you put some more strength. You can do it with more speed to work the kime and the ikite for the fighting, everything. Then you can work on so many ways to develop your posture and your basic. Then it's very good also for the fighters. Then you can do some bags, pads, and everything. It's very good. But just don't forget also the foundation. Then all about the cue. Then usually we do it always at the same pace. You can do it only the right. You can do it just with the left side. You can start with the left. You can start with the right. You can make both and mobility, all the techniques for sure. And that way you work your brain. You can have so many to teach just to work about the basic. But obviously we have so many stuff to work on it, then we have to split everything to have a great class, to reach all the interest from the others, because some people want to fight more, some people want to keep in shape, some people want to work more in basic, some people like more kata, and then you can, you know, join so many people for so many training. That's good to do so many training during your class, and that way everyone is, you know, happy. And Ochian, how many that we're left? How long?
I think we're good. I think we're good, Sensei, right there.
Yes, perfect.
I think that will be a perfect place to start to wrap up our training for the night. But first, a huge thank you to you, Sensei Jonathan.
Yes, thank you very much.
A couple things, though, I wanted to just go over real quick with you that I thought would be important for other people to hear. And everybody stay on, because once we're done, I'll unmute everybody. We can say hello and goodbye real quick all together. But first, Sensei, I wanted to say congratulations to you on your new baby.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you.
Right now, but beautiful. I hope you're getting some sleep, and you and your wife.
Yes. We have so much joy. It's handsome. It's a nice guy, nice little guy.
Beautiful family. So my question for you is, one of the ones I wanted to ask you, and I think this is an important one for younger students to understand, and I thought maybe getting your input and your insights into this. But you are a fantastic karateka, but you're also a fantastic referee. You're a fantastic judge at all of the tournaments. And I think maybe if you could talk a little bit about the importance of the honor it is to become a judge, because I think we have a lot of younger students who love to compete, love to do kata, love to do kumite, but I think it's an important, if our art is going to survive going forward in how we move forward, we need great judges. So I want you to maybe talk a little bit about judging and its importance, if you could touch upon that.
Yes, for sure. This is a good element to make a tournament or championship very good, and also to have the trust from all the fighters, the competitors, and also for the people is looking for that kind of fighting. You know, if the judging and the referees is bad, for sure for the next year, for the next time, the people will be upset, and obviously they don't want to come again, because the first thing is the safety of the fighters. You know, the fighters train so hard, so long, so many hours in the dojo, at home and outside and everywhere, and especially they have only maybe 2, 4, 6 minutes, 2 rounds of 2, 3 minutes to perform. This is the matters of the championship, to have a good fighters, a good categories, but also for the judging and referee. And when you get older and you know the rules about knockdown and semi-contact and everything, but to get in the action and, you know, to give again from yourself to the others, and to try to make them safe all around, you know, the rounds, about the fight and everything, to take care about the fighters for the injuries, to avoid you know, some disqualification or something that, you know, some fighters that have less experience, sometimes they blacked out and they don't know what they're doing. That this is our job to make them safe and say, okay, you know, just to slow a little bit and just think what you're doing and, you know, respect the other fighter in front of you, because it's very important. If you hit everywhere and you start to be, you know, not fair, this is no good for the for us, like a karateka, for the fighters, and for the say that la renommée, comment tu dis ça déjà? For the
Reputation.
well, yes, thank you. Yes, the reputation of the competition of the championship. This is very important too.
I thought hearing from you, for everybody to hear that was important, because I think that obviously I've had the great fortune of competing against you in kata and watching your beautiful technique and watching you teach, but watching you as a judge is also an honor. And I think I think that it's important watching you or Sensei Steve or Sensei Matt, everybody that's been on today. The care you all take with your teaching and your technique and your fighting and your kata goes into how you also judge. And I think that's an important element that sometimes is lost on younger generations. Not everybody, but that is an important thing if we want our karate to, one day our younger generations will be us, right?
Yes.
And we need them to understand that. I think that judging and being a part of karate on that level is also part of our honor and respect and order. So anyway, thank you.
We are all linked together, that we have to respect this, and they have so many things for all level. Then it's very important to be a complement all together, even if you're a fighter, kata, for a basic teaching, everything, judging, all the people is, you know, very important all together. This is the strength, the make it strong all together. That's very important.
Thank you, Sensei Jonathan. I appreciate your time. I'm so grateful to have you here. And it's great to see you. And I'm glad that you're teaching so much and that you and your family are healthy.
Shihan, Sensei, Senpai, thank you very much. It was an honor to teach all of you.
So I'm going to go ahead and unmute it in a second, but I just wanted to say, let me just pull this back to the gallery view so we can see everybody, because this is my favorite part, when we unmute and everybody talks at the same time. It's wonderful. We can't hear or understand anybody, but we all feel good about doing it. So first, a huge thank you to Sensei Steve Fogarisi, Sensei. A huge thank you to Sensei Herman, Senpai Hugo, Sensei Matthew, and Sensei Jonathan, I sometimes feel like the luckiest guy in the world that I know all of you somehow. The universe has allowed me to be in a fortunate position to know all of you, and to see all of these people come on and keep sharing training. It's a gift. I will just pass it over real quick to my teacher, Shihan Monaco, if you have anything you want to say to everybody real quick, and then we can open it up to everybody. Shihan.
I just want to express my great, sincere thanks to the instructors from the IFK Americas. You did a fantastic job. It's about sharing, working together. It's about peace and harmony. And we always continue to learn. I've been doing martial arts, as most you know, for over 55 years. There's no day go by that I don't learn something new. And I have these same discussions with Hanshi, you know, as many years as he has in the martial arts, that when you stop learning, I think that's when they say that's the end of life. But as I said, I really enjoyed seeing everybody. Sensei Steve from Canada, great job as always. Sensei Jonathan from Montreal. Senpai Hugo from Venezuela. Sensei Germain from Uruguay. Senpai Matt, please give my best to Hanshi Meidi as well, and Susan, all right? Great job again. It's all about being like water. It's like a wave. That's why we wave our wave on our patch. That wave continues, and then the next one comes, and the next one comes. So wishing you all well and safe. Can't wait to see you guys in person someday very soon. So take care. Thank you.
Always great words. So for some reason on my end, I'm unable to unmute everybody. So if you want to unmute yourselves, I will tell you real quick before you do that, two quick things. Next Thursday at 6 o'clock, Sensei Sheets the IFK USA Technical Director will run, again, a syllabus training that's open to anybody, okay? If you need to get the link, you know how to find me online. Just get a hold of me and I'll make sure you get the Zoom link. That's next Thursday at 6 o'clock. 2 weeks from tonight will be the next Be Like Water. We have some great people, Shion Scott Hug, Sensei Maria. There's a bunch. I just can't remember all of them off the top of my head right now. So, but please stay posted for that. Unmute yourself and thank you. Us.
Us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you again.
Thank you.
Sean.
Thank
Sean,
you.
thank you for hosting.
Thank you, everyone.
Gracias a todos.
Everybody.
Us.
Merci.
Gracias, hermano.
Thank you. Merci.
Merci beaucoup.
Great job. Merci beaucoup.
Merci, Sensei Jonathan. Us.
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 Us, temperat. Us.
Thank you, Sensei Matt. Sensei Steve. Sensei Jonathan.
Shihan, thank you.
Thank you, Senpai Hugo.
Us, everybody. Us.